Good evening. We are entering the 8th day of a conflict that has reshaped the Middle East in a matter of hours. Tonight, the rhetorical and military escalation between Washington and Tehran has reached a fever pitch. In a defiant, pre-recorded address broadcast on state television, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has officially rejected Donald Trump's demand for unconditional surrender. Pezeshkian called the U.S. president's ultimatum a dream that the enemies of Iran would take to their graves. However, in a move that has stunned diplomats worldwide, Pezeshkian also issued a rare and historic apology to neighboring Gulf states for Iranian strikes that have hit civilian targets. As we speak, the world's oil supplies are choking. Air travel is paralyzed, and the threat of complete destruction hangs over the region. Let's look at what the Iranian president actually said. Responding to Donald Trump's Friday statement that only total submission would end the war, Pezeshkian was blunt. Iran will never capitulate. He stated that the Iranian people will never submit to coercion. But then came the pivot. For the first time, Tehran expressed regret to its neighbors, the UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia. Pezeshkian apologized for Iranian actions that have impacted these countries over the last week. Why the apology? Tehran has been targeting not just Israel, but also Gulf states that host U.S. military installations. This apology seems to be a strategic move to ease regional anger. Pezeshkian announced that Iran's Temporary Leadership Council has approved a suspension of attacks on these neighbors, under one condition: that no assault on Iran originates from their territory. Mehdi Tabatabai, a spokesperson for the president's office, clarified the stance later today. If countries in the region do not cooperate in the U.S. attack on Iran, we will not attack them. It is a clear stay out of it warning to the Arab world. The response from Washington was immediate and devastatingly clear. President Trump took to Truth Social to dismiss the Iranian apology as a sign of weakness. Trump claimed that Iran's attempt to mend fences with its neighbors is only happening because of the relentless military pressure from the U.S. and Israel. He warned that if Iran does not surrender immediately, it will be hit very hard. The language used by the White House has shifted to the extreme. Trump stated that Iran is now under serious consideration for complete destruction and certain death. Western officials are currently scrambling to interpret these signals. Is Iran looking for an off-ramp? Or is their capability simply so degraded by U.S. strikes that they are forced to plead with their neighbors? For now, the U.S. stance remains unconditional surrender or total war. While the politicians talk, the missiles are flying. Today, Israel launched a massive pre-dawn blitz involving 80 fighter jets. The target? Tehran itself. Reports and photos confirm that Mehrabad International Airport was hit, with massive plumes of smoke rising over the capital. Israeli officials say they successfully struck a military academy, an underground command center, and a missile storage facility. But Iran is striking back. Air raid sirens have been heard across Jerusalem, Manama, and Riyadh. In Dubai, social media footage obtained by the BBC shows a drone striking near Concourse A at Dubai International Airport. The UAE reports they intercepted a staggering 15 ballistic missiles and 119 drones just today. Furthermore, the IRGC has confirmed they hit a Marshall Islands-flagged tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. With that narrow shipping lane now effectively closed, the global economy is bracing for a massive shock. It is hard to believe we are only on day 8. This entire conflict was triggered by the joint U.S.-Israeli airstrikes that killed Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Since that moment, the war has spilled into Lebanon and across the Indian Ocean. The human cost is mounting at a staggering rate. Iran's health ministry reports at least 926 civilians killed and 6,000 injured. In Lebanon, where Israel is targeting Hezbollah strongholds in Beirut, the death toll has passed 200. The Norwegian Refugee Council warns of a humanitarian disaster, with 300,000 people already fleeing their homes. Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has issued an urgent plea to the international community as Lebanon teeters on the brink of total collapse. As we head into the second week of this war, the questions remain. Will the Gulf states accept Pezeshkian's apology and remain neutral? Or will the presence of U.S. bases on their soil keep them in the crosshairs? One thing is certain, neither side is backing down. Trump is demanding total submission. Pezeshkian says that is a dream that will go to the grave. We will continue to bring you updates as this crisis unfolds. Stay tuned to this channel for the latest developments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed on the Middle East crisis. Thank you for watching.